that?
Yo, I'm Rock Landon.
And this is Chop It Up Hip Hop, episode 11. And we got a special guest in the house tonight with us. Introduce yourself.
That mean they don't know your name. Nah, Mike Hands, what up? What's going on? I'm doing it up, man. Out here repping that, you know what I mean, that BCC boot camp click thing. Them recordings all day, every day, man. There's some new things I'll tell y'all about later, or maybe not. You have to check my website, but sneakerhead.com, using the Sneakerhead NYC, man. CL95 from here.
All right. So what you got new coming out, though? Like, what projects you got?
Well, right now, currently, Hell on My Back, Heaven in My Wake is in stores. It's doing well. It'll be 1 year, February 7th. I've toured on that. I did the Hell on Earth tour. Rest in Peace Prodigy with Prodigy and Smith & Wesson. Then I did the tour Wavy with Ramzh KAZ and Planet Asia on that project. Then I jumped on the Redman Method Man tour with me and Rockness and DJ Diamond, the artist from the Executioners. So we did that. So I got 3 runs out of it. In the meantime, when I recorded that album, I actually recorded 2 simultaneously. I also recorded this French project with Sis McGrath called Golden Era Timeless. So that's actually finished now. I just finished the record with MOP, the entire MOP. So you got Billy Dan's Fame and Teflon on it.
All right, working.
So that record was important to me. I got Pharaoh on it. I have Sadat on it. Rock, of course. You know what I mean? And riding the rest out by myself. And then I have the My Codees project, which I've been sitting on, and according to DJ Eclipse, is like the underground detox. Because he's like, I don't think it's ever going to actually happen. Because I've been pushing it back for 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah, I've been pushing it. Because, you know, you make a record and you're in a certain headspace. And then life takes turns and changes, and now you're just not in that space. So that's not your current truth at the moment. So when it's time to put it out, that's not exactly what I'm thinking or exactly what I'm feeling. So you push it back and then write what you're feeling. And then you put that out. So it ends up back burner in the original situation. So I'm going to put it out because it's a great compilation. It's called My Codees because it has all my favorite MCs on it. You know,
you got Skyzoo on it?
I got Skyzoo,
Skyzoo.
Shot Stimuli. I have Sean Price. I have Steel. I have Royal Flush. I have Tragedy.
Trash.
You know what I mean? I got Granddaddy IU, Craig G.
Craig G, I heard that joint you did.
Respect. So, you know, we got some joints on that project. Just every one of them is features. What happened was a few years ago, I made the top 50 list on allhiphop.com, top 50 unsigned MCs or whatever. And they one of the write-ups on one of the websites that year, they said, we love all the cosigns, but we just want to hear you hold the scape down by yourself. Like, we just want to hear you. So I said, damn, I got all these records, because I really only rhyme because I enjoy ciphers and rhyme with my friends, like, you know? So I said, you know what I'm going to do with all these good-ass records while I put this solo project together for the media? Piled them on a record, called it My Codees, so that justifies all the features. And that's how it was born. So it's My Codees, Golden Era Timeless. I'm going to slip a mixtape in there just on the strength, even though I said I'd never do another one. And Hell on My Back, Heaven in My Wake is out right now.
That's check those.
Yeah, that's the music.
Yeah, check them out.
In case I don't get a chance to do it later, I also star in this show that premieres December 19th with Mano, a couple other incredible people, Sam Scarfo, Monet Moore, Jay Cruz, King V, called Rap Star, the series.
Rap Star?
So yeah, that drops.
Catch that on what? What network?
Everywhere. But they hashtag and revolt, but I ain't say nothing. It drops December 19th, 8:30 on Tuesdays, and it will air every Tuesday at 8:30 after that. So check for that. And then this tour that's about to start in December is called the Blacklist Tour. It's me, Rockness Monster, and Rusty Jooks. And we start in Montana, Salt Lake City, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, Vegas, San Francisco, Oakland.
All the piff spots.
Oh yeah, definitely
All the spots to get
a
the
Get
piff.
High tour for
Definitely Get High
all
tour.
the medicinal tour
Yeah.
for a dude that don't smoke. So this is gonna be very interesting.
Oh, you don't smoke?
At all.
Oh, you're going to catch a lot of contact.
I don't drink or nothing, but
Oh, word?
yeah, and I deal with this weird life thing head on. You know what I mean? I don't have no shield.
Okay.
That's good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So y'all heard it. New show, tour. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Working. You out there working.
Yeah, man, and rep the clothing line if you can. Sneakerhead.com, you already know.
Sneakerhead.com.
We out here. Sneakerhead is here. And then my second line that I have now, CL95. So if you see the Links Beach pieces, that's us. get at us, man. We in the market, bird.
CO95?
Yeah.
Yeah, 95.
95.
What made you get into rap? Like, what made you like?
I was a singer first, man. I sang
Oh, all right.
for years, and then my first situation and deal was in an R&B group when I was a kid. I was in 6th, 7th grade, and then did the Apollo and all that other weird shit. And then one of my partners, who wasn't even the strongest voice in the group, his grade slipped, and that was part of the clause our parents had put in the paperwork. And once his grade slipped, that was the first warning, second warning. I think we all dipped. And his first warning plus us, it was a wrap, and they just canceled our whole situation. So, the funny part is everybody else dissipated. Nobody else does music. I kept, doing it, but it was a lot of work, man. A lot of bread, a lot of studio money, trying to find R&B writers and good music and things of that nature. So, I started to lose faith. Then one day, a couple of my friends was on the bus. They were like, "Yo, we're gonna start a rap group. So you with it?" I'm like, "I don't rap. I sing, man." He was like, "You gonna rap?" I'm like, "I don't rap." He was like, "Nah, you gonna rap." So he wrote me my first rap, and I read it over and I tried to say it. I felt like I sounded stupid as hell because I only really knew Will Smith by heart. So I was trying to say it like parents just don't understand, so it was whack. But then I took a crack at it, and I didn't sound half bad. And I realized I was just far more productive with rap than I was singing. Like, I could go in there and work for 3 days on a song singing, and I could work in 3 hours and bang out 3 songs rhyming.
Right.
Yeah, it's a different.
And I can say more and be far more expressive. And at that point, I had discovered weed and, other kind of smoking paraphernalia, such as Newports and things of that nature. So my range was being affected anyway, and the gravel in the voice really worked for the rap.
Right.
So I was like, okay, this is convenient to where my life is going.
Yeah.
And then I really felt more expressive rhyming. Like, I really enjoyed rhyming, and just went on from there.
Nah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, y'all already heard what it is, where to catch the music and everything. And cause I met you at the Rockness at the album release party. That's where we met. How you get down with boot camp?
Man. Well, I got down with boot camp in the street. Truthfully, I'm a Decepticon.
All right, D-Seps,
So,
all right.
Trigger Con, Hail Meg, as we say. Salute my fallen. My leader was Sean Price.
R.I.P. Sean
Trigger
Price.
Cons. So obviously, it was kind of grandfathered in that situation. There's actually quite a few what we like to call musical cons. You got Rock, you got Steel, Tech, myself. You got Pumpkinhead, R.I.P. Pumpkinhead. You have Just Blaze, and a few other cats that people don't realize of a decent lineage.
Affiliated, all right.
I ain't no justice.
Yeah. So with that being said, it was kind of like a no-brainer. People I knew their philosophies. I knew what their G code, as they say, because we were the same cloth. So it was a comfortable situation. All my old friends knew all their old friends, so it was just good to go. And let's be honest, man, I'm from Brooklyn. I wear fatigues, Timbs, and book bags. Where do you think that comes from?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
BCAT boot camp all day.
Like when I had my book bag with my tape and my notebook, it was The Shining, or Into the Stage, or one of those.
I was about to ask you, what's your favorite out of the boot camp albums? What was your favorite?
You could pick one.
If you had to pick one, I know there are a lot of. If you had to pick one, what was your favorite boot camp album?
In all honesty,
Into the Stage.
politically, I would normally not touch that, but The Shining by far for me was
The Shining.
The Shining.
That's what he said.
Yo, just
I love The Shining, but I might have to say Nocturnal. I don't know.
Nocturnal was a heavy album, and so was Magnum Force, but
Yeah, Magnum Force.
The Shining was
just
just
the Shining was
important for me.
Oh, the Shining.
I think where I
was
was at when that dropped,
When that dropped.
that was important for me.
What year was that? Like 94?
Five.
95? 95, The Shining.
The Shining was just
96 was Nocturnal, 94 was Into the Stage.
Yeah.
the Shining.
97 was
OGC,
Storm.
The Storm. Yeah.
The Shining being like a Brooklyn album, it kind of rivaled the Infamous. You know
And
what I mean?
also 36 Chambers.
36 Chambers too, yeah.
But like being a Brooklyn cat,
That was our anthem.
that Bucktown.
Yeah, he BK too.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
care
Queen,
what
Far
nobody
Rock,
said.
but
That,
yeah.
that Bucktown was
We was loving it out there. Yeah, Bucktown.
That was it.
You changed the name of the hood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, there you go.
And my thing is funny because I feel they don't get their just due props The Shining. Like when you hear them mention like all the classic or the hard albums from the '90s, they look over the Shining. It's very slept on.
They look over a lot of boot camps.
They look yeah, boot camp definitely doesn't get the they deserve for what they did for hip hop in the '90s and everything, because they just, to me, it's just as important as like what Wu-Tang did in the '90s, what Mobb Deep did. Like boot camp was right there dropping,
especially for Brooklyn.
Yeah, especially for Brooklyn. But like I said, we was in Queens loving it.
Well, if you want to be honest, man, like back then you had the West Coast, East Coast situation going on.
Mm-hmm.
Boot camp was the only team that was doing East Coast work with West Coast artists. Yeah. Still, remember Pac flew boot camp out to do a whole project in LA during dead smack in the middle of it all. Wow. So they were very important because when all that was going on, who was actually holding it down for home? What, Tragedy with New York, and Royal Flush when he dropped Ice Down Medallion.
Another slept on album, Royal Flush. That was my album, Get On Millionaire. That was my album right there, slept on. That was on another episode, a past episode. Yeah, I mentioned that on slept on albums. That was on my list, honorable mentions. But okay, that's what it is, man. It's definitely hip hop here right now in the building. But yeah, we're gonna get into. He gonna chop it up. Mike HANDZ is gonna chop it up with us today about top favorite or hardest intro / opening tracks to an album. So even if it ain't track one, I'm still going by whatever song was the first song to open up the album. So it could be a little talk in the beginning of the intro, then the second track, that opener, you know what I mean? To get it started. You say you doing it how?
I'm challenging myself. I'm going to only pick songs that was track number 1 on the album.
Yeah,
I'm going to give myself a harder challenge.
I will not do that.
Yeah, that's too
when
difficult.
You press play, that's how it starts. That's what I'm going with.
See, I'm not doing that because a lot of times you press play, like one of the honorable mentions I'm gonna just get out right now is 50 Get Rich or Die Trying. You press play, track one is just the sound of change, the quarters. So I'm not gonna. That didn't start the album.
It did start.
It set the tone. But What Up Gangsta? When What Up Gangsta come on, What Up Blood? That's what.
See, I would count that because it's only 3
coin
seconds.
drop.
Nah, the coin drop, but
the coin drop is.
So that's
why
why
I said everything. That's 50.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
That track is
saying.
literally 3 seconds.
That's why I said it's the.
You could count that in mind if you wanted.
It's the hardest
That's
intro
like
/ opening track.
They even played the coin drop in the club.
My list
Yeah,
is still solid.
they did.
My list is still solid though. Watch.
Yeah,
No
right.
reaches.
All right.
None.
So
he said no reaches.
yeah. So all right. So I'm gonna break down some of my honorable mentions. Then we're gonna hit them with the top 5. What I feel, like I said, all it is opinion. What you feel your personal favorite is, your top 5, my top 5.
And we gonna forget a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna forget a
Tell
lot.
us, hit
That's
us on
why.
YouTube, tweet us.
Yeah, let us know what we forgot. I don't know everything, but I'm gonna start it off. Jay-Z, the Dynasty intro.
Whoa.
Whew.
Whoa.
Y'all agree?
Just
Dog?
Blaze.
Just Blaze beat. You remember that? Everybody, y'all remember that?
Those diamonds, girl.
The Dynasty. The intro to damn, I can't remember exactly what was the bars on it.
You said the Dynasty.
The Dynasty album, the
Rock
intro.
album.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an honorable mention.
Yeah, oh,
You
you would.
wildin' already.
Would you put that top 5? Nah,
wildin'
nigga,
already.
I ain't putting that top 5.
Hey, top 5.
That's not top 5.
Man.
That's not top 5, man. Nah. Yeah, that's a hard.
You talking about?
put honorable
hold on,
mention.
hold on. You talking about the theme song to The Sopranos?
Yeah, the theme song to Soprano. Yeah, the
I
key
don't
of
even
life.
throw my hat on the floor for that one. You wildin'.
I don't know. You might have hit a nerve with that one.
It's definitely, that's why it's honorable mention. It's a hard, but we're gonna keep going with the list because you're gonna get what I'm
To me,
saying.
that song's not better than any songs I have in my top 5.
Whoa.
I say that strongly. I say that very strongly.
There he go.
Since we on Jay, the next Jay joint, I put on honorable mention intros, Volume 1, 1,000,001 Questions, produced by DJ Premier.
That was my joint. Can't front.
Motherfuckers can't. Wow, that joint was hard. Like,
That's
we talk about
knocking
Wendy
on my
Williams
list.
harassing
That's
me.
my top 5.
Could have said when I catch feelings, can I get a minute to breathe? And then that minute you leave, but I'm looking at my
Primo
spinning on my
on my
sleeve. Nice watch.
Primo on the beat.
Here's a question. You talking about the one where the beat switched?
The
or
beat switches
one,
up.
Or the one where he kept it straight through?
It was 2. I'm talking about the album when the beat switched.
Okay, you talking about the one with the beat switched. Okay.
I'm talking about the album one. I know which one you talking about, the mixtape one.
Connoisseurs.
Yeah, I know about the mixtape one where it goes straight through, the beat don't switch. Yeah.
He said the one that start at 2.8 or the one that started at 213.
Yeah.
After the breathing.
Yeah, so that was a hard one. I also got Tupac intro Born First on the Machiavelli album. Born First.
That's all.
Okay.
Oh, you
That's
don't think,
all.
yeah.
That's when he was
ain't gonna
talking.
get rivaled
That's when
on
he was talking about everybody, right?
That's when he was going at
Yeah,
dudes.
you ain't gonna get rivaled on that.
Yeah, he was going at
That's
dudes.
one where you sit there, you press play, you just like
Yeah. As soon as you
That's
heard it, it's
one-
like,
yo, he said everything.
That's the one where he allegedly said Suge shot me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He did
Yeah.
everything.
nah, it wasn't on that. It wasn't on Born First.
You sure?
It wasn't
I thought
Born
that was
First.
that.
Nah, that was Born First.
That was Born First?
Yeah.
I thought that was that.
Yeah.
That's one of those subliminals play a high
Yeah.
backwards type shit.
Yeah.
That's why I say allegedly, because a lot of people like, yo, listen, he said Suge
That was
shot me.
the controversy.
Yeah, that was the call. He's like,
That was a great opening
Sure.
track. And like I wanted to bring up, a lot of people who don't understand, that's like a lost art when it comes to making albums, that first track. Actually, song placement, like the
Song placement.
is very important. That first track, the last track, the way it ends. That first track's supposed to grasp you,
If
know?
you do it the right way,
Yeah.
from an artist standpoint that crafts this shit, not saying that y'all don't, but your titles have to tell a story.
Right.
So if you've written the album right and stayed on topic, you know, with whatever your theme is, when you lay out the song titles, you can hold a conversation, stringing them together.
I like that. Bomb First.
Yeah.
When he said Bomb First, you kind of knew the album.
He bombing on niggas,
He was ready to go.
He was ready.
He was angry.
He was angry. He was upset.
Matter of fact, he started the album off dissing, and he finished the album
Dissing.
Distant, yeah, with with the other
Against all
song.
odds. I'm not against all
Really
odds.
shit I ever wrote. Yeah, he
Yeah.
ended the album off talking about dudes. All right, moving on.
going.
Nas Stillmatic intro. Blood of a slave, heart of a king. That was a hard intro.
Yep, Hangman 3 on the beat. That was a great opening for that Stillmatic album.
I think that was a good,
Stillmatic was a tight album.
the Ether came right
Great
after
album.
that, but that
Yeah.
was the opening tracks. What? I had to
Yo,
mention.
why you-
Yo, when I say Ether, this guy,
Yo,
this guy, man.
this is what I'm talking about Jay-Z fans. Yo.
I was
like,
just-
right,
Ether
was super
y'all
ugly.
are crazy, man. Something wrong with y'all.
See what I did
Nah,
there?
well,
Yeah, the Ether was super ugly.
It was super ugly.
Ether was super
I
ugly.
got you.
that's fair.
All right, yeah. So you agree though, Stillmatic was a hard
No, that was it.
thumbs up? All right.
Thumbs up.
All right.
That was it.
All right, let me see. Let's take it to Biggie, Life After Death, Somebody Gotta Die.
That was hard. Somebody had to die. When I go, yeah, hell yeah.
That was
What?
What?
He wilding again.
What?
That was hard.
That's top 5.
That's
man.
top 5?
That's not
Dude, it
Great
picked
song.
up.
Great
He's still on his
picked
honorables?
up.
great.
Yeah, I'm still on my honorables. I mean, I'm good.
It picked up from the
Great
last
song.
album. Yeah.
Ready to Die.
And it started off arguably hip hop's greatest album.
Arguably.
No,
Yeah.
that's why I say arguably.
I
I wouldn't
wouldn't
say that.
I wouldn't say that,
It was a
but
very strong album, but I wouldn't say
I wouldn't
that.
say
Classic
greatest album of all, hip hop greatest album of all
Classic
time.
album.
No.
He say that.
It wasn't better than Ready to Die.
The greatest.
Thank you. Can you say it again?
Yeah, it wasn't Ready than Better to Die.
I say that to dudes all the time, but that's just my personal opinion.
Mine too.
That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, you don't agree with me either. Y'all already know Radiant's behind the camera.
We just had that conversation.
Yeah, we just had that conversation. I think Ready to Die is better than Life After Death.
So wait, what did I say
did
though?
too.
Well, tell them because they can't hear me that good. What did I say though? Between Ready to Die and Life After Death, which one is more listenable?
You said Life After Death is more listenable,
It was more commercial.
Talk
but
about
Ready to Die to me is just personally I like Ready to Die better.
I think for me, I like Ready to Die better because it was less polished. It was more. It was more just MC finding his way. This one, he was trying to hold a place. See, he didn't have a place before.
Yeah.
So he was shooting at everything. Now,
Yeah, Life at the Death, he worked with like
I
everything that
understand
was hot. Had a RZA beat, had
Yeah,
a
he
Addict
was
beat,
trying to-
yeah, did,
he was trying to-
get everybody, Bone Thugs.
I understand that.
he was
Whatever hot, he
appeasing.
put on that album.
He was trying to appease and maintain what he had done, and not slip. The first one, there was nothing to maintain, so it was just all heart.
That's a good way to put it. That's a great way to put it.
Yo, you looking crazy.
No. That's fair because it's actually fact. Like you're right. Like Ready to Die was raw.
Yeah, he
You
made
know,
the-
he really didn't like. Yo, I'm here.
He made the records he wanted to. With Life After Death, he made the records he had to. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you got the labels looking at you, you got your supporters, you got every, people that have expectations. The first time there was no expectations. You were trying to prove yourself.
Okay.
You know? So at that point, you were binded, because I don't think he put all the records on that he would have had he not been as successful when it came out. You understand what I mean? Because he would have just made what he had to make. Shit would have been still dark, dirty. ugly.
Yeah, Puffy made it real shiny and polished, but hey,
Wait.
it worked.
All right.
It
Oh,
worked.
it definitely
It worked.
worked. It definitely worked.
We can probably say that. For
I
a
say
whole
both are
nother-
classics. I just like Ready to Die better.
Yeah.
Both
But
are classic
that-
albums.
You got to remember, for me as an MC, I'd rather nobody. I want to be the only. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old school. I want to be the only nigga that, like the first nigga that know you dope. I want to be the first one, part of me, to know you dope. So I want it to be mine. When I hear it, I want to connect with the person. Like I want to be the first person to allow you to tell your story. You know what I mean? So I need that ugly passion. When it becomes commercialized, it's really not your story. You're telling a story.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That's the ill way to put it.
No, that definitely makes sense. Can I elaborate on
Go
that?
ahead.
All right, so
Go ahead. Make it short. Go ahead. We got
yeah,
a lot to go.
cool.
Go ahead.
So I'm also like I don't want to say finished product because his life was taken.
He wasn't
short.
even finished. Yeah.
Right. But to see the progression, even in the bars.
Yeah.
The storytelling, right? Some people you as an artist, you we all have our opinions. Like some people just like raw beats, so to speak, right? The production was definitely, in my opinion, better on Life on Life After
absolutely.
Death. Like just me personally, I just think it's just an all around
Better project.
better album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair argument. That's nothing I would. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think mine was based on
It's-
what you might like taste.
Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to whether or not it's just brick and mortar are better, then yeah, that was just a better produced album because he had better resources. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's another argument, like with Tribe, what's better, Low End Theory or Midnight Mirage? You know, you can go back and forth all day.
Yeah, it's really no. Yeah, you could go.
It's a Dobo a season song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nas. Keep
All right. So let's take it back to Nas real quick. Let me see. The opening
noticing
track.
the
It was
theme.
written. Huh?
I'm noticing a theme in your list. I'm just saying. I'm noticing a theme. Jay, Biggie, and Nas. I'm just
Nah. We got others though, but I'm just getting them out the way. Nas. It was written.
slipped a little Tupac in there.
The message. Dope opening track. It was written.
Amazing opening track.
Fake Thugs, No Love, like that
Keep
started
It
off the
Going
album. Yeah, that started off the album.
Masters did a nice beat.
Trackmasters did that. Yeah.
The message made 2 appearances though, because when Melly Mel did it, it was just as influential.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just the whole concept of a song titled The Message had the same impact by 2 different MCs at 2 different points in the history of
Melly
hip hop.
Mel
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
stands to this day.
Yeah,
You know what I
Melly
mean?
Mel's
But you
fun.
hear what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the concept of a song called The Message made the same exact impact both times. That's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, so now let me take it to a different artist, DMX. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, the intro song.
It's called Intro.
It's called the intro, yeah.
What other way to start the tone for an
That beat
album,
was
any
crazy,
album.
but
Irv Gotti did that one.
Irv Gotti did that?
Yup. DMX is a motherfucking problem.
Yeah.
That makes you want to fight somebody.
That started off the
That
album,
started
like,
the album
that was a
correctly.
perfect start off for that album. A perfect leadway for the rest of the songs.
Great intro.
Great intro. You agree? No?
Hashtag great sequencing. That's good shit.
Yeah.
You know, that was a freestyle that he put on that song.
No.
Huh? You don't agree with that? You don't, the intro, you don't think?
That's
You don't think it was up there?
The second album was better.
No, it wasn't.
Nah,
No.
he wasn't even rhyming on that. Well, my niggas.
throwing my hat down.
My
No,
niggas.
no.
I'm throwing
But
that
you
down.
said intro. Come on, don't throw your hat.
Yeah,
You said intro, right?
Yeah,
Intros, they set tones for the album.
yeah.
My niggas, some niggas that you don't want to drop. What was
Flesh of my flesh, blood of it.
What was the follow-up song to My Niggas?
I don't know, you tell me.
I remember.
I wasn't
the song.
really.
No,
that
was
I
was-
just
was
love him. I just love him. Well, bring his whole crew just as big a piece of me, chill.
It
whole
set
crew.
it set the
It
tone.
ain't messing with the first album.
But
No,
nah,
but I'm saying as far as purpose, it set the tone. I don't think that
I don't think no other X album messed with the first album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I mean,
the one.
Dark and Hell is Hot.
That was the one.
That was the one.
Blood
One and
My Blood
only.
wasn't
That was
bad,
the
though.
one.
I like the third.
Oh, and then there was X.
Yeah, that was.
What you got now? What else now?
All right. Helter Skelter intro. Here we come. Nocturnal. Here we come. You ever dedicated soul to say, that was classic. Here we come.
Very.
I think Starain Wonder was on it. Talking
That's
Starain.
biased.
Yeah. But that's definitely a hard intro. Smith and Wesson, The Shining, Tim's and Hood Check.
Yep.
Hard intro.
Yeah,
Hard intro, like perfect.
that was it.
Perfect. That whole song placement was great for that album. Like,
Isn't it crazy how the whole fashion changed behind that intro?
yeah,
Tim's and hood check.
Tim's.
Tips and hood check.
It became dress code of the borough.
Yeah, now it's like a meme. Like hoodie Tim's, New Yorkers. Like,
I got Busta Rhymes Anarchy album, Salute the Gods. I don't know if everybody heard that yet.
I don't even remember that album.
Anarchy, I mean, the intro was hard.
that was a good intro.
Like some of these joints, the intro
What was the hit on that album?
Get out.
Yeah, I didn't like that song. I didn't like that song at all.
Get
That was a single. Yo, I did not like
No
that song.
disrespect, Buzz, holla at me, but no.
Yeah, I did not like
And the
that
other
song.
one was fire.
Yeah, I didn't like that song either.
We got a Buster plaque for Take It Off from the Extinction Level event joint.
Oh,
That- I don't know that. Like I feel like that album's just happened all from home. Like I don't even know that. Right?
So you understand, people, just because we saying the intro's hard don't mean the album was hard. Because some of these, the intro's hard, but after that it goes downhill.
And I don't even want to say that. I just think I missed that one. Like I'm
Okay.
so used to the singles. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think I caught that one.
Salute the
I got
Gods.
another one you might have
Hold
missed.
on. Salute the Gods. That was from Anarchy?
That was an Anarchy
Okay,
Anarchy
okay.
album.
All right.
Another Busta Rhymes, the Big Bang album, the first opening track, Get You Some, featuring Marsha Ambrose and Q-Tip. That joint was hard.
That was a dope, good record.
That joint was
That was
hard.
his best record.
What album was that?
That was the Big Bang. The Big Bang. Busta. Busta got some,
He got 7 albums I'd never heard of.
yeah.
That's
The
crazy.
Big Bang was probably his best one. My
Big Bang is one of his best albums. That's
What
when he
was
got
the
that. That's what was the hit?
That was that. New
Touch
York
It Teaser. That was
New
that.
York.
I don't like the singles. New York, yeah, that New York.
I just need to know because it puts me in the mindset of what era.
Right.
Yeah. All right. This actually could have made my top 5, my personal, but it didn't. Fab, the Young OG project, Lituation. That was the opening track.
Opening track.
No intro. It just came
That
on.
shit was hard.
That hyped you up.
Lituation.
As soon as you press play.
Soon as you press play, that beat.
Wow.
That was hard.
Money changed the city. Yeah, that shit was hard.
Get you.
Like, I fucks with that. You know what I mean? What's another good one? It was hard. Siegel, The Truth. From the Truth album, The Truth intro produced by Kanye. That was the first opening track on that.
That was like Kanye's first big hit.
That was his
seems
big
like
breakthrough.
that's his moment.
Yeah,
That was
that's
like-
that was his
That
breakthrough.
was like his first.
The Truth came before Izzo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Every time I step in the booth,
The
that was
Truth
before
was like
Izzo.
after Volume 3, I think.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great way to start off an album. You know what I mean? Since we talk about Siegel, the Reason, Nothing Like It, another hard.
I miss Benny Siegel.
Yeah, Siegel's.
Siegel got
Yeah.
3. His first 3
The
albums.
beat coming, Feel It in the
Feel in the
Air.
Air.
Feel It in the Air.
Produced by Heavy D, legend, rest in peace.
Oh, Heavy D produced that?
He did that?
This dude be knowing them. Yo,
know
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, Heavy D got joints.
Heavy D did that?
He's a slept-on producer. Heavy D got joints.
Wow.
R&B and hip hop.
Yup.
I didn't know
He
that.
produced joints.
I never knew that. Feel It in the Air. The Becoming album, Siegel.
Great song.
Classic, hard. Okay, let me see. 50, we talked about this. Oh, we already talked about that, right? The What Up Gangster? Mm-hmm. Great intro. I'm gonna take it to another 50, The Massacre, In My Hood. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the first to start. You ain't like that?
That song
No, I
right.
like it, but I don't even think it's worth the honorable mention.
No?
Oh, I thought he was in his personal. Now I thought that was an honorable mention.
Nah, that was audible mention.
nah,
That
no,
was-
he-
yo, yo, I got a list, but I'm not gonna say it all. Yo,
That's the legal
this was
pen.
this was just flowing. Yo, but I'm not gonna say all of it. But I got a lot of. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say one more for the honorable mention. No, two more
Now, if we
actually.
forget the joints, people gonna be mad. We forget a lot of joints.
Yeah, because when you forget joints, everybody want to kill us. Like, oh, you forgot this when we do other. But
That's why you
how
gotta-
you ain't
I
say
let
this?
YouTube
So I try to
page.
cover. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to make everybody happy, but I just try to cover. But it's a lot of other songs that can do. I got a whole list, but we're gonna just get into the top 5 now. Like our favorite top 5 intros / openers. And Brock, you start off with your
Wait,
top
no,
5.
wait for hands, or-
Huh? Oh yeah, he come in.
Yeah.
You start off with yours.
All right. DMX, the intro. To me, that's probably one of the greatest intros of all time.
To what album?
It's Dark and Hell
Oh,
is
it's
Hot.
Dark and Hell is Hot?
Yeah, not the other one that Ramzh was talking about.
Yo, that was it, man.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot was one of the craziest intros of all time, man. It got you so hyped. Like, boxers go into the ring to that song a lot. Like, that just makes you want to hurt somebody. Even though that was a freestyle. Remember when him, Nori, and Canvas did the freestyle and Flex for like an hour straight? That was one of the verses he spit from that freestyle, but it's okay. Do a hot one. Irv did an ill beat. Great intro. Okay, next. Jay-Z Can't Knock the Hustle from Reasonable Doubt. I mean, you could arguably say it's one of his greatest songs of all time. It starts off on his greatest album of all time. It set the mood, right? Why do you look at me like that? Like Reasonable Doubt is like that's blasphemy to say that.
No, it's not. No.
All right, whatever. Great way. Marry on it. Great way to start the album. Classic song. Number 3, I got wu-tang, Bring the Ruckus.
I like your list so far. I like your list.
Bring the Ruckus.
I like your list.
Now, that's just classic. Ghostface with the first verse. Went in, the beat was hard. That was just like saying we're here. Like, you know what I mean? Number 4, EPMD, So What You Saying.
I'm co-signing that.
And remember, these are all track 1s on my list. These aren't number 2s. These are when you press play, these songs come on. Now, EPMD, everybody was down, like Sophomore Jinx and all that. So they come out. So what they addressed that, the very first song in the album, which is one of the hardest songs on the album, they were so confident that they put the hard song in the album number 1. But the rest of the album was still crazy, still classic. So What You Say.
Okay.
All right? And my 5th one is I got Tupac, Ambitions as a Rider.
Ambitions as a rider?
Yup, off of All Eyes on Me. Track number 1.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. That's a
He came home and did it to that beat, Daz Dillinger on the beat, and that gets you pumped up.
All right, so run off your list one more time. Mike Hands can hear
DMX
it.
intro of Dark and Hell is Hot. Jay-Z Can't Knock the Hustle of Reasonable Doubt. Wu-Tang Bring the Ruckus. Number 4, EPMD, So What You Saying.
Hey!
Classic. And number 5, Tupac, Ambitions as a Rider, All Eyes on Me. And these are all number 1s, all track number 1s.
Okay.
All right, pretty good list. Pretty good top 5. You don't got no argument from me. What's your top 5?
All right, I really don't have a list like the top 5, like a 1 to 5, with the exception of Tupac's Ambition as a Rider. To me, that's hands down number 1. That's how you set an album off.
Definitely.
Like the energy, everything. Like I don't even care if the bars wasn't that crazy. Just the energy, the beat, everything. So to me, that's the only one that's hands down number 1.
Hands down?
Yeah, that's just me though. I already spoke on the Life After Death, the Biggie thing. He spoke on the EPMD. I like the NWA, Straight Outta Compton.
That was a good intro. That was the first one?
Yeah,
That was the first song? Opening track? Wow.
Straight Outta Compton.
It's powerful.
That was nuts.
That's a good one, because I didn't even think of that one.
You know what I mean? Me, cause I like Dipset a lot. I really mean it was strong. That's just me.
That is strong.
I'm just
really-
a Dipset fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's strong.
That was
the opener?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It
That's
was.
a dope record.
depend
It was.
on which CD you put in first, the red or the blue one. But
It
Oh yeah,
was-
because double CD.
right. So the Dipset shit for
That's a
these
good one.
for these new era cats now for y'all. I don't like y'all era of music, but I keep it funky. Meek Mill shit is hard.
Meat got busy.
That
Which one? Oh, the.
Dreams and Nightmares.
yeah. I mean that shit was bananas.
You gotta, Meat gone.
Yeah,
Just
2 to
gave him
4.
2 to 4.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Guess that's them nightmares.
Yeah. Yeah. But like that's crazy how it starts off slow, so you getting ready, then it just
Piano beat.
then
Yep.
it just
Y'all thought I was
yeah,
finished?
like
Yeah.
no,
That was banging.
but there's a certain part to the beat where it give you something little, so you get your little bop, and then it give you another piece, then you ready to go. You ready to go, and I seen what it did to the clubs. So yeah, that was strong. My little honorable mention, The Throne. No Church in the Wild.
Watch the Throne.
Yeah, that was the first song.
No church.
That
no.
was hot.
Definitely a great way to start that out.
Yeah,
No church. No
that was bananas. And I finished it off with Kanye's Graduation in My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy.
You just said,
those
which one?
openers. No, both. Like
All right. You just said like 7 joints. It's supposed to be top 5, but
I mean, you know.
Can I say my honorable mention that was almost in my top 5?
Oh, go ahead.
Kids of Liquid Swords. That was a great way. The kids telling the story about it. It's like mom getting murdered and it just eases into the song.
Liquid
with RZA
Swords.
talking.
Forgot one. Kim.
That was it.
who?
Little Kim, hardcore.
Big Mama thing.
Big Mama thing.
That's hard.
Okay.
It was big.
Yeah, definitely dropped some gems, some classics. All right, I'm gonna do my top 5 on. It was hard to narrow it down, but I'm gonna say no particular order. Kanye West, Dark Twisted Fantasy, the first track, Dark Fantasy.
Shout out to RZA on the beat.
RZA did that beat. Yeah, that was just. I like how he used Nicki. I'm glad she didn't rhyme on it. I'm so glad she didn't rhyme on it. She just
sure
talks
that
in
was
the.
Nicki?
Nicki talks in the beginning.
That's in the beginning.
That wasn't
she do
Tiana Taylor?
Nah, that was Nicki. It says it. Nicki Minaj on the song. It says featuring Nicki. She talks in the beginning. It's a T.I. Teller.
No.
Nah, it's Nicki's. Well, believe me.
Did I
She's
think
doing
you
a little
said
talking in the beginning, and then yeah, you can tell it's Nicki.
No.
Yeah.
I just thought it.
But I
said
like how he
featuring
just
Tiana
used
Taylor.
her just for the talking in the beginning, and then
Okay.
the songs come back on. Yeah, so I got that. I got what's else I got in my top 5? I got Onyx, from the All We Got Is Us album, Last Days.
Dope.
Last Days. That's the first opening track. That's my favorite Onyx song. Period. But that joint is just. Yeah, that's all you can do.
That's a great way to
Yeah.
start your LP. That's a great way.
And it had that whole album had that dark feel, and that's how you start. Okay. Number 3, I'm gonna have P Diddy and the Family, Victory from the No Way Out album
Rocky sample.
with Biggie, Busta, Victory.
That gets you hype. That gets you hype. I mean, using a Rocky sample, you know, a lot of people love Rocky and they get hype watching
And
that.
Big went in, like
That's one of his best verses.
Big went in on that.
Ever.
Yeah, Busta on the hook, crazy. That was 1, 2, 3. Number 4, I'm gonna say the Lots, We Are the Streets album. Fuck you. That shit was hard. Like,
That was crazy. The moment was mean.
Way to start it off.
With the people shitting on them, and it comes over.
yeah, that shit comes on.
Yeah.
Hope we wouldn't make it. Fuck you. Talk with a heart full of hatred. Fuck you. That's
That was hard.
yeah. And my last but not least, I'm gonna have to go with this was a hard one. I'm gonna say Everything Rakim. I Ain't No Joke from the Paid in Full album. That's the first track. As soon as it come on, I Ain't No Joke. Classic song.
Change my seating for that.
Classic album.
I Ain't No Joke. Like that's how you start off an album.
Let it be known.
And
Yeah.
that's track 1.
And it's a classic album. That's track 1. No talking, no nothing in the beginning. That shit just comes on. I Ain't No Joke. Come on, man. Come on.
Set the
Like,
tone, saying I ain't no joke.
and my honorable mention is Big Pun, Capital Punishment, Beware. I love how they use the little boy from Fresh talking,
from
Chucky.
Fresh.
Boom, boom, Spider-Man, go down, or whatever. And then that shit just come on. Pun go in, Beware.
Great.
And that,
great
yeah.
opening.
And the album was a classic album, Capital Punishment.
Yep.
I know you disagree, but we had this conversation
Wait, you
before.
don't think that's a classic album?
He doesn't agree with me.
Nah.
He's bugging.
I concur.
Wow, you don't think that's a classic? Wow.
I thought they had classic moments.
But you don't think the
I
album?
don't think it was a classic album. I think it had classic moments though.